I'm a member of the Silver Star Alliance. Yeah. It's the One World Alliance is another one.
It's Delta's boarding zones are.
It's my
Delta
favorite.
1, Diamond Medallion.
I'm wearing it. Hello.
Yeah.
Delta Premium Select, Comfort Plus, Sky Priority, then Main 1? Like, what?
These all sound like they should be the best thing.
Right.
If I'm
and then
Sky
it goes
Priority,
Main 1,
I should
Main
be first.
2, Main 3, and then Basic Economy. You're like, what?
And now the rest of you wretches, you dogs, you scum.
How is there a Basic Economy after 3 main cabin sections?
That's the one.
Delta
so bizarre.
Yeah.
That's the zone. That's the zone where, when you're seated, somebody once per flight is allowed to come up and slap you right in the mouth.
Yeah.
And you never know when it's gonna happen, but they're allowed. They get at this price point, they can hit.
They're allowed to hit.
Delta piss
This last
buckets.
section is
Reporting
just
Delta
called
piss
slop.
buckets.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Slop 1, Slop 2.
What's your boarding group? I'm in filthy little pig people.
Yeah. I'm a fly pig.
I'm a
Is that a
swamp
good
child.
thing?
Yeah. No.
I really don't know. I paid
have to try
extra
it.
to not be a big ol' hog. I don't know.
Apparently, I'm a filth puppet. What is that?
Get in the overhead compartment, you
You
scum.
little creep. Get underneath. You're a bag now.
That's a great way to monetize having a terrible airline. Just really lean into it. Find people who that's their kink.
Yeah. Yeah, get in the overhead compartment. Your baggage. You're terrible.
Whipping them. Yeah.
Yeah. I flew on Spirit recently, and the in-flight meal is a lady comes out and just whips ham at you. She'll throw it. She'll try to hit you.
Yeah.
You catch it
With
like
your
a sea
mouth
lion.
open.
Yeah, the in-flight meal
Oh,
is this
sorry,
lady-
those were headphones.
What? I swallowed them.
In-flight meal is a lady jabbing her high heel into your neck.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel, save us before we,
Yeah,
we
everybody.
get grounded.
You got 4 comedians sitting around talking about airlines. It's how you always imagined. Hi, everybody. This is episode 33 of Arc 5 of Better Than Heroes. If you're new to our stream, welcome. Thanks for joining us. What a time for you to be here. Things are dire.
Yeah.
I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Click, the level 14 Kreen fighter. Hopefully, she's level 15 someday.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know. Sorry. Just going full villain for these last bits of this combat.
I'm a Droverdoll. I technically play flute, aka the Wind Rider. Legally, I play flute.
I have previously played flute, not for a few
Not
weeks.
really any action. I
Hasn't had a turn in 9 episodes.
Now unconscious, and a cool twist, no longer stunned, but dying.
Still flying.
Yes, but still flying.
Floating corpse.
The magic of
Somebody
Kai.
set music to that. Just
and
flute floating.
I'm a bard, not that it matters at all.
My name's Jordan. I portray the Moon Boy, a level 14 Moon Boy, and this last few episodes have been so stressful. I'm back on the beach plum, y'all. This is the hard shit. This is the hardest LaCroix you can get. I had to go to Mexico for this. They won't even sell it in America. That's not a fruit that's allowed in America.
My name's Aaron Urist, and I play Kai Hammerstein, the Artificer, and I'm just taking regular drugs.
Good old American opiates.
And I'm Harlan Kelly. I'm the dungeon master of this game, and I am evil.
Bad guys.
I'm the bad guys.
I'm Harlan. And I'm
Me,
the baddies.
Billie Eilish, and we're just doing it over here. We're
Captain
the bad guys.
Hook.
Pretty good.
Okay, if all the mind flayers broke out into bad guy, though.
That could be a way to end.
Fun as we
Everything
die.
fun.
Neat.
Yeah.
I'd be into it.
Tonight we are going to play some 5e Spelljammer D&D. But first, our show is live soundtracked by Jason Wardell. Tonight you can enjoy Robo Jason.
Yeah,
Playing along
Jason
to a previous
Silverhand.
episode. Jason still manages to time things perfectly. Sorry, I'm killing mosquitoes
insane.
while doing this. Yeah. You'll hear some lasers that are absolutely sounds of approval coming from Jason. And the show is brought to you by our patrons and our subscribers. We are so grateful to everybody who supports this show financially. You guys make this possible. You help us pay Jason and all of our artists. You pay every Map a Story who does our maps. If you love the show, you want to see it grow, so consider joining the group. You can join our Patreon. There are some cool perks to being a patron, including exclusive content. We talk about the game after the game. You could pick up some Better Than Heroes merch over on Spring. You could just subscribe right here on Twitch, but you're doing a lot by just being here live on Monday nights. If you don't have any cash to spare, that is totally fair. Just tell a friend about the show. If you're enjoying yourself, it helps us a lot for you to be like, hey, hang out with us on Monday. It's a fun show. We're here every 7 p.m. Pacific. If they don't watch live stuff, we're also a podcast and on YouTube. Spread the good news. We're a ton of fun. We appreciate everything that you guys do to help make this show awesome, including hanging out on Discord and watching us live. It is about time to play some D&D. Hopefully we are all alive at the end of it. But first,
Oh my god.
it's time for last week's recap.
Previously on Better Than Heroes, in the Psychropolis brain chamber, a desperate battle for the fate of the universe and Flute Whim Teaser was underway. The crew fought through the cadre of brain hunks, and Click began to kick the Elder Brain's ass. Nyx and Talon raced towards the main chamber, followed by many horrible purple men. Illithids began to pour in the west side of the chamber, and Kai raised his shield to hold them off. The Elder Brain, suspended in the air by reverse gravity, attempted to plane shift away and escape, but Oliphanticulus took the gas out of his fart with a well-timed counter-smell. The desperate brain cried out to Click, psychically babbling pleas and threats, but she was all like, "Slug off, Buster." Though the Elder Brain was nearly cooked, mind flares began flooding into the chamber, hammering the party with mind blasts, knocking Flute unconscious. Can the crew destroy the Elder Brain before being overwhelmed? Will that even be enough? Whose brain will get eaten first? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Oof.
Counter smell.
Counter smell. Let's go.
Is that the voice of the Elder Brain? We've never heard it out loud.
Let's go.
It's just
It's me, Elder Brain.
Just makes the Yoshi sound.
Wow. Yeah.
I like that we all had different interpretations of the Yoshi sound. That's like
was
hearing
fun.
the sound that a rooster makes in all different countries. You know?
Kiki, I say.
Absolutely.
What?
Ricky.
Cuckoo-ca-cha. There's an actual neighborhood in Bellingham, Washington called Sudden Valley, and I laugh about it all the time.
Very funny.
It's called what? Sudden
Sudden
Valley?
Valley is the name of the neighborhood in Arrested Development.
It's like an
Anyway,
Optimus spin on a terrible natural disaster.
sounds
Earthquake
like
or Sudden Valley. Okay.
Laugh while you can.
Glass half
Harlan
full.
is measuring the
things
distance
are
from
bad.
the elder
stop
brains.
measuring.
It's already
of us.
terrible. It's so rough. Of course, we're starting with the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, you are. Flute is currently
Student loan debt.
To jump back in here. We are starting after Flute was knocked unconscious, is floating up in the air, and it is now the Elder Brain's turn. So Flute is also wrapped in the tentacle of one of the Elder Brains as well, even though it is floating, it's hovering in all of this gravity that has been reversed. It has Flute in one of its tentacles, and it is going to cast its stun ability as you see this large glow, just like a dog throwing up. This wounded, dripping brain is just... and this huge green blast just comes off of it. And I
cast?
need... Excuse me?
Stun ability.
Stun ability?
No, it is its mind blast that it is using as its action. This is not technically a spell. It's not casting it. It is using its mind blast ability, which recharged as it blasts out. And I need everyone in a 60-foot radius, which is everyone except for Kai of the player characters. And it's also Talon. I believe Nyx is still stunned, but I need Talon.
Talon is also
Olafenticulus.
stunned.
Okay, cool. So then I need Olafenticulus and Moonboy and Click to all make intelligence saving throws. Flute, you automatically fail, so you take damage, so you automatically fail a death saving throw, which I will remind everyone, because of Andrew's own doing, he has one permanent fail.
My own doing?
So if you roll on your death saving throw on your turn, if you roll under a 10, you are dead.
What do we
Gotta
need to
tell
save?
me.
Fuck me.
20.
Tell me what you got. A 20.
What you got?
I got a 22.
Oh, I got a 12, but I'm wondering if I should use my reaction to try to get it to an 18.
The 12 fails. The 22 saves.
Olafenticulus got a 30.
That does save.
All right, well, see you guys later. I'm going to go maybe work out a little bit.
Oh my god.
Are you not doing anything? You're staying stunned? Or you're...
I mean, last I remember, it was a 20 to save against the Elder Brain.
At least 20. You know that you need at least 20, yeah.
Wait, what? What did you get?
Well,
A 12.
I'm not
too far
confirming
away
or
for me
denying
to
if
do
20
anything.
saves, but yeah.
do the already stunned folks take damage?
Yes, if you failed that save, or if you are stunned already, you take 32 points of psychic damage.
Nyx was already unconscious, so she fails a death saving
Okay, cool.
throw.
Talon does fall unconscious.
Oh boy.
So she's at negative 41. How much damage did Flute take?
32 points of damage. So I will say the scene that you see, Kai, as you were back in the hallway and you have a mind flare like kind of like right next to you, is this just large woof of psychic energy that is green, blasting out of the Elder Brain, and it fills up this whole room, even as it wiggles up top here. And you can see Talon slump. You can't quite see Nyx slump, but you knew that Nyx was stunned and unconscious, so it's not, it's clear to you what is happening here. You see Flute just like hanging, suspended in midair there. Olafenticulus still kicking, and doesn't take any damage. But is in this room with this floating Elder Brain. So things are dire. Click, what did you get? You rolled
22.
22, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to be 100% sure. So
Yeah, I still have advantage.
You can kind of like feel this the psionic hum from Click, knowing she's still conscious in this room. And that is the Elder Brain wriggles amongst this reverse gravity. It still is like an octopus, in space a bit here as it's just floating, and reaches out to you, Kai, and it's like, this can all be over. Leave. And that's the end of its turn. It's going to bring up Nyx, who I need to make a death saving throw, and I will say if Nyx rolls a 1, she is permanently dead. So as she has
to make it, or do you want to make it?
Oh, it's absolutely you. You've been playing her? Yeah.
She's your character.
You've been playing her?
I truly don't know what dice to roll. I'm gonna ask
somebody
chat
else.
right
Has
now.
she got any neighbors or anything?
Yeah, Jesus.
Knock on some doors.
Chat, should I use the red, white,
Oh my
or
God.
blue dice for this?
And just right on time
I'll
with
tell
the
you,
holiday coming
I've
up.
tried all of them, and they are all pissed. So if you're like, roll the good ones, there aren't any.
White dice from T7112. Blue, white,
She only
white. Lots of
dies
votes for white.
if you roll a 1.
White
right?
dice I've rolled the least. These are called magpie dice, and I think I gave them one game session, and they were terrible. All right, I'm rolling. Nice. She made it.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
chat.
Yeah,
She
chat.
made it
Good call,
exactly
chat.
with a 10. With a 10.
Hey, by the skin of the teeth, baby. Just to remind everyone, if
Take
you are
it.
unfamiliar with the death saving throw rules, if you are unconscious, you are actively dying, you roll death saving throws, which are unmodified d20 rolls. If you roll an 11 or higher, it's a success. If you roll a 10 or higher, it's a success. And if you roll under a 10, it is a failure. If you get a 20, you come back to consciousness with 1 hit point, and if you roll 1, it's 2 failures automatically. If you succeed 3 times, you are still unconscious, but you're stable, you're not actively dying. If you fail 3 times, you are dead. There are some spells that will bring you back to life, but they are difficult to do, often take time or resources. So just a quick recap. That is going to bring up Auxtrilion's turn, who is stunned. This little fire boy over here is going to get a chance to
Little fire boy.
break this stun, as this Chaos Man does want to do the burning, but he's not going to roll over a 10 again. Jesus. That will bring up a Mind Flayer. Let's see if he's one that's in this room. I don't believe he is, so it's going to bring up Olophanticulus.
Olophanticulus is concentrating on
Reverse gravity.
Reverse gravity.
Where? Sorry, the map is so huge. He's right there. He's flying, so he's got a lot of speed.
Did you say that the pit doesn't have any water in it that's underneath us now, Harlan?
Yes. So because reverse gravity happened, the water is kind of all around, like floating almost like a cloud. Like it's dispersed water at this point. So it's not causing any mechanical issues for you. And I thought about this between sessions. If someone falls without reverse gravity falling, they take the full fall damage. But if reverse gravity is dropped and people fall with it, I'm just going to have them roll dex saving throws, basically. So if they take damage or not. So because the water would fall with you. Just to clarify.
Gotcha. Okay. Olophanticulus is going to, in his chair, he will fly, sort of darting from. Is Talon down as well?
Talon is unconscious. Nyx is unconscious. Moonboy is stunned. Auxtrillion is stunned.
And Flute is both stunned and unconscious. And is making his final death
almost
save next turn.
Well, if this isn't a bit of a trolley problem.
But the Elder Brain is also very almost dead.
Yeah, it's just like spewing this like white clear liquid that is floating around next to it.
Man.
Okay, Elephanticulus, I think Flute went down first. So Elephanticulus has clocked that and is going to fly in his chair, weaving between these mind flares, fly over to Flute, and reaching out at the end of his movement will cast Cure Wounds.
Incredible.
At the 4th level.
Incredible.
Can I get a fuck? Yes.
Absolutely.
Back, son.
Yeah. Flute comes back to consciousness and is still stunned.
And you
No,
get you
stun
gain
drops.
Wait, what?
Stun drops when you fall unconscious.
what?
Totally. Yeah.
I was like, no.
No, I wasn't even gonna. I was just. Yeah, I was not gonna try and float that past you.
Not a
I
good
was just
joke,
kind of-
Carlin. He hasn't done anything
I thought-
in 10 hours.
I
thought-
googled it. I googled it today.
I thought that was known, and so I was like riffing to be like, "Oh, womp 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 womp."
No.
But, yeah. I realized it scared you, and
I
no, he's
googled
not
it
still
today.
stunned.
I was just googling rules.
That was the only way Flu was getting unstunned. Is just completely
No, I was
knocked
like-
out and
We just. I just need to go around killing as many of the characters as I can.
Amazing.
Oh, very good.
Okay, you regain 26 hit points.
Holy shit! Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Take it.
4th level Cure Wounds.
Here we go.
Yeah, I come back. I'm like flying upside down at this point. Like,
You are
just-
still
he
restrained,
sees-
though. I will say, yeah.
And what's the one word
you're
you say when
restrained?
you
Yeah,
come back
because
from
he's
the death
held by a
place?
tentacle right now. So that is
Oh, I thought he was just floating in midair. Well,
no.
fuck,
Yeah,
I already
that's
did that.
yeah,
Okay.
That's what got him on his turn. Was
It's okay.
he takes
He's a Wind
damage
Rider.
on his turn
He's
from the
got swords
tentacle
and
that he
shit.
is grappled by of the Elder Brain. Yeah. Sorry, I should have made that joke about you being stunned because now everything. Yeah.
We'll never trust you again.
Yeah, I know.
I've had
You
trauma
are,
from it.
yeah, you
clearly.
are wrapped in a tentacle. So yeah,
Is Spare
It's like-
the
it's like
Dying
teaching a dog-
action or a bonus action?
I don't know.
That's like teaching a dog to trust you and then immediately giving it like one of these.
And then giving it a firework wrapped up in a pill
It's an
pocket.
action. It's an action.
It's an action.
That was the meanest thing I've ever heard you say, Andrew. Even
Really?
hypothetically, yeah. I've heard him be some mean ass NPCs, and just that was terrible. Yeah, sorry.
Fine. A firework in a piece of cheese.
Do you want to do anything else to your turn?
I think that's all that he can. He's got a little bit more movement, and so he will fly back another 10 feet. And that's it.
Cool. Boy, are you grappled right now?
I will
No,
say
but I am stunned.
if you
Just stunned.
fly backward, you are going to take an attack of opportunity. So you probably do not want to. But that's up to you.
Then I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, that's up to you. I would just say I think that.
No, I forgot about the tentacles.
Yep.
Just leave it.
Cool.
Next turn.
Great. At the end of your turn, the Elder Brain's legendary actions are reset, so it's going to make a tentacle attack against Elephanticulus. So as he comes up and he heals Flute, and Flute comes back to consciousness, and they see each other, kind of like make eye contact, and he nods at him. The floating chair and hovering Clang right next to him kind of almost gets shoved to the side as this huge pink tentacle just whips itself next to Elephanticulus and tries to wrap itself around Oli. And what is Oli's AC?
I will tell you.
I believe that you will.
It's.
That chair's got to add something.
It doesn't. It's 11.
Oh, man.
Come on, Elephanticulus. You're level 20, man.
So Oli takes 20 points of bludgeoning damage and is grappled by the tentacle as well, and will take damage at the start of Oli's turn from the psionic touch of the
my
tentacle
phlebitis.
as well.
An upsetting old man falling down noise.
Oh,
There it was.
Great. That is going to bring up some folks who are off screen's turn. And that will bring up Flute, who you
Come on,
are
Flute.
back to consciousness here, and you're grappled, and you do take 9 points of psychic damage at the start of your turn.
Jesus.
Okay, I'll take it. Ugh, got 17 hit points.
Yeah, and that, just to be
What?
clear, that's from the tentacle, as there's just a psionic like surge up the tentacle.
stab it in the tent.
Stab it in the what?
Tentacle.
Tent.
Okay. It's like in the tent? What?
Of all
All
the
right.
options, what could that mean?
It doesn't have any pants on, so yeah.
We already broke the Elder Brain's case, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Right.
incredibly wounded and is holding
him
onto
out.
you and Oli and floating in the air.
All right. Flute is restrained. Is going to look at the dripping, gooey Elder Brain and barely say, "Let me go," and cast Shatter at the 5th level
Oh boy.
in the middle of the Elder Brain. It's
Oh,
got to give me a
boy.
dexterity
Yes.
saving throw.
Oh my god. This is gonna be so gross.
I
What's
hope
the
so.
spell
Do
save you
it.
see?
Give me 5 seconds.
Unless it
is
fucking saves this with a back handspring.
18.
It failed, but it's going to use a legendary action to automatically
not.
succeed.
Well, it's still gonna
Legendary,
take half.
legendary
It's
resistance.
still
Legendary
gonna
resistance.
take
Who's
half.
gonna have him
So it's gonna take.
Okay, all right. Might still do it.
Come on. Come on, Flute.
Whoop, woo, baby. It's gonna take half of 27. Rounded down. 13.
13. All right, cool.
13 points of thunder damage.
It's still up. Yeah.
No.
Right. I'm going to bonus action look at Olfanticulus and give Olfanticulus bardic inspiration.
What do you say? What do you do?
I'm just like, I realized that in my unconscious haze, I sort of like saw this ethereal form of Olfanticulus in his little easy chair glide over to me, and I'm just like, thanks for bringing me back. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
He, like, wrapped in a tentacle. Yeah.
What? Yeah, we're both wrapped in tentacles undulating around.
Great. Is it the end of your turn?
I think I juiced it for all it's worth.
Cool.
Just it, bro.
Let's see.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He gets to do something else.
That is going to bring up Click's turn.
No, thank god.
Let's fucking go. You're toast.
See ya.
I'm
See
gonna
ya,
hit
bud.
this bitch. Hit him so hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't you legendary action your way out of this wood chipper, you fucking asshole.
Click pulls her chakacha back off of her belt and gives it a little blow for luck, and then absolutely beams it at this doofus, and it will certainly hit. It's 27 to hit, I believe.
27 does hit. The brain is
I
very
get-
squishy without its casing. It's very big, very easy to hit, and it just has all these wounds all over it. So you can just throw your tchotchke into it, and it's, you're just hitting a floating squishy barn here. So
With the Hunter's Mark, it is 13 damage.
All right, cool. It is still up with that hit. But yeah, you throw your Chashka into it and just like rips out this huge chunk of brain matter that floats next to it because of the reverse gravity situation. And it's continues to just moan psychically at you. And
Olfanticulus needs to make a concentration check.
Shit.
Yeah, it's just it's
that
just 10
changes
now.
a lot.
It's just 10.
Can I add a psionic strike to that
Yes.
first hit?
Yes, you sure can.
I am going to put a little bit of extra psionic juice behind it.
Frank!
And she forces it forward and faster with her mind. Which is an additional D10
Well, let's...
plus intelligence. Where are your D10s? You have these. Those are the 8s. You can do it.
Rachel, so nervous. She can't do dice.
I rolled max dice.
Yes!
So it is 13 additional damage from mind
From this
hit.
first hit, yeah.
Yeah.
26 total.
All right. The Chachka goes as like inside of it. Before it pulls back, you just hear this like wet blast as this psychic pulse goes off inside of it, and you can feel the elder brain just like back through this psychic blast that you did, and it is still up, but it's reeling
wet
and is now like
blast.
fire hosing this like clear liquid out of it.
God fucking damn it. I want to kill this so I can hit other stuff.
Can you jump up there?
All right. Well, I can, but if he falls, I fucking fall.
Yeah, but you're...
But he's squishy. He's like a trampoline.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there's water and you're still... There's still anti-gravity.
I will throw the shotcha at it again. It is 29 to hit.
Okay.
I will roll
Surprise,
the
surprise, that does
2d6s
hit,
again. 10 altogether on that one.
10 damage.
Yep.
Okay, and this is with a Chachka again.
This is with the cha-cha-cha
cool.
again.
Yeah, so it, like,
this time she
returns-
slows it down and just leaves it spinning in his goddamn guts.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You like do this slow pitch and it just buzz saws inside of there. And as it's like wriggling and tearing, you can see
Thanks, Jason.
all the tentacles are like wriggling along with it, like kind of like reacting to the pain, twitching with it, and it is still conscious.
Oh, God.
All right. I have... Hang on, I need to write down that I use this. You motherfucking bastard. All right. She has jump and is going to jump onto the squishy head of
Hell
this
yeah.
goddamn monster
yes.
Whoa.
and will plunge her Githka into this dickhead's head, and I would like to be out of this fight.
It had
with
to
this.
happen.
And she slices a razor across the top of it. That is a 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay, this is a D8 plus something. 6, I think. Not as good. This is 12 damage.
Yeah, and you jump on top of it, and you give us the flavor. You just like leapt onto this floating elder brain that is held up by this magical gravity, kind of like a eddy of water, just like pushed up, floating in the air at the edges of this spell, and you throw these 2 hits. Both of them do significant damage, but don't get it, and so you're just like frustrated and like leap into the air, kind of abandoning all reason here, because like Flute and Olfenticulus are both held up here, and you just when your clawed feet hit it almost does damage because you just like latch onto it, and you can feel it wriggling around. All these tentacles are waving all around you, and you just bring your Githka down. Like give us a little bit more of that scene.
She lands Spider-Man plus 2 extra arms in the sticky mess. She is covered in black dripping ichor, and she whispers into the head of its sliced up brain, says, "Those are my friends, you son of a bitch. Now go back to the hole that you came from." And tries to slice the brain straight down the middle with split the lobes.
Yeah. And with this strike down, as Click like lifts the Githka up and like just slices down, you feel it cut like a hot knife through butter, kind of like connecting through this psionic lobe as you hear this cheer around you as you're kind of like touching a live wire a bit here with your weapon as you cut down through this thing, and there's this psionic pulse out of it, and you can see yourself all of a sudden, and you're outside of time. You're in this like psionic connection that you have with your clutch, and this creature also has a psionic connection with its whole brood as well. Like all of these mind flayers throughout. So as you touch this like center core of its brain, you can see on one side all of these mind flayers floating throughout this dungeon, and there's maybe 30 of them still moving toward you all from different directions, and you kind of reach back farther than that in the same way that all these ghosts, these figures behind you that you're connected with that are a part of your life are operating in a realm that you don't understand but are still like with you, influencing you, helping you, giving you power. You can sense that the Elder Brain and this like hive of mind flayers are doing the same thing, and it like looks it's like looking in a mirror for a second, but this is it's not yourself. Like you feel something different inside of there. This like cold pulse, and you recognize the difference between you and these creatures quickly, because the mind flayers are here to consume, and you are here to create these clutches to like grow and be a part of the world around you, to spread both like your story and like this psionic pulse around you, this like positive curse, this the psionic cultivation, and they are there to consume that exact same energy. And you can just feel it, like you all face to face in this moment as the blade strikes down and this echo pulses back through them. Like your psionic connection pulses through them for a moment, and they can just see in the same way that you can see all of this. And as your weapon slices down the middle and completely separates the lobes of the Elder Brain, and it just begins to wriggle and jerk, and the tentacle around you, Flute, goes slack, and the tentacle around Olfenticulus goes slack, you know that you have defeated the Elder Brain.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Oh my god.
With that, we're going to cut to break.
Oh my god.
Got any movement left,
You
Click?
fucking did it.
I mean, yeah. I still have a
back
bonus
off it?
action now,
You flip back.
which means I can use
was so fucking cool.
psionic psi-powered leap to get back.
You sure
Fucking
can.
land
We'll
like
get to it on
Iron
the other
Man.
side of our break.
Give
here.
it the
So
finger.
We'll take a
That's a
quick
free
5
action.
minutes where we're going to drink, pee, and we'll see you in just 5 minutes. Thanks, everybody.
Can't wait to drink pee.
Give me some of that pee. I'm ready.
You
Black
can't use too
Widow's
much,
man.
otherwise you create a you give it superpowers.
Not too much acid. You want it to die slowly.
Monsters IRL, those Black Widows. Okay, so you all have defeated the Elder Brain.
Can't believe it.
Click, before you do more things with your turn, I need everyone, including Kai, to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Even if we're stunned?
Even if you're stunned.
Is this a magical effect?
It is not. And Flute, you have disadvantage. No, you don't have disadvantage on this anymore. Never mind. So it's just 4 wisdom saving throws.
Is Hero's Feast a wisdom saving thing, or does Intellect Fortress? Hero's Feast is advantage on wisdom saves, right?
Wisdom. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Advantage.
Fucking finally.
I knew that meal would pay off.
Let's roll down the line. Flute, what'd you get?
Luke got a 15. Nick's got an 8, I think. I'm just double checking her sheet. Oh,
Talon.
Nick's got a 15. Sorry, they both got 15s.
Each of so then each of you take 32 points of psychic damage. So if Nyx is unconscious, she takes another death save. She fails another death save. And if you are unconscious, if that makes you unconscious, you are, you still take that damage.
Okay, so Talon did not save.
So she also
takes another 32.
Because she takes
32. You said?
Yeah, but if you are unconscious, it doesn't matter how much damage you take. You just take a failed death save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is
Kai got a 21, and Olafenticulus got a 19.
So Oli takes 22 points of damage. Kai takes nothing.
Click rolled a 22.
You take no damage.
And Talon has taken that damage.
Moon Boy?
27.
You're stunned. It doesn't matter. Cool. You take no damage.
Flute's unconscious.
Cool. Great. So that's everybody, right? Australian needs to roll 2. Failed. So takes that damage, but is fine. Cool. And saves against this. Oh, yeah. If you are stunned and you took this damage, you do get to save against your stun. So Australian is unstunned.
Nice. Maybe.
Talon did not save. I mean, she's also down.
Yeah, if you're unconscious, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, as well, on top of that, everyone is drawn into this psychic vision where you can see the large web that mind flayers have through every dimension. These strands of psychic energy, these pods that they have throughout, you're flashing through all these dimensions just quickly, following the lines that connect them. And it looks like kite string, but there's one boon, there's one bastion of this mind flayer ideology, this psychic energy, and it spools out like a spider web, like a root system almost, through every universe imaginable. And you all don't see every universe imaginable, but you can feel it because of just this like flash of lives and feelings as you all are experiencing this. And you feel it's like zooming out and looking at this large-scale universal map, almost like looking up at the stars at night, but being able to see every orbit, every planetary system, every galaxy. You can zoom in on it and see it at one time. And you can see that the mind flayers are everywhere inside of that. And you see this history of your own universe where the mind flayers are just passive creatures living throughout, where they aren't consuming brains, but they do need to. You can feel the hunger that they have for this psychic energy for just a moment, and then it floats back over to these doorways that you've seen before. Kind of like this question. You can see Ventress for a moment, like conversing with the Elder Brain itself. And you see Ventress for a moment conversing with the Undying Queen himself. And then coming back to the Elder Brain himself. And just you're, again, like seeing all of these connections throughout the process, and you see this room because it leaves a question mark in your mind of like part of the stipulation of Ventress allowing and advocating for these mind flayers being here is the idea they won't just like take over people and realms or people inside of this dimension, take over planets, like consume folks who are living here. And it's never been really explained. It's not part of any nomenclature in any part of history of like to explain why they were able to do this. You've seen the synthetic brains that Lord Asoto was like sipping and drinking, and that has been communicated as the way that this happened all the time. But then you see this like magic eye almost float to this room that Moon Girl was in before, that you all saw before. This room of interdimensional power. This place that is multiple gateways to multiple dimensions, and you can see just like mind flayers floating in and out of it, and all of these different creatures being pulled from it, both with holes drilled in their brains and like totally alive and just stunned, mesmerized, being like floated through. So this dimensional space that Moon Girl saw before is clearly the answer to like how mind flayers have been allowed to exist in this dimension, as they were just harvesting. They had these quiet back doors to other dimensions that they were just harvesting brains from. And
Yikes.
Kai, I'd love for you to roll a Arcana check for me. And Moon Boy, I'd love for you to roll a history check. Click. Love for you to roll a
athletics.
I think history, and then flute. You can roll whatever
Click
you want.
lifts a boulder.
Click.
What'd you say?
Handspring.
Flute can roll whatever he wants to.
I am stuck.
Whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's fine. We're in the psychic realm right now.
I'm unconscious, but okay.
Yeah. We're in some Deep Space Nine territory right here. So
Okay.
this is a
I rolled
cutaway.
a 16 on history.
So I'm not watching it.
Oh, I thought I was rolling history. Oh, I did. We were both rolling.
We all did.
I also rolled history. I got a 19.
I got an 18.
Arcana 25. Thank you, Laloon, for the foresight.
Flute.
Use the foresight.
Sorry, what'd you get, Flute?
19.
Cool. All right. Perfect. So, Kai. Well, actually, let's start with Moon Boy. Moon Boy, you recognize this too as like, even though this was not the reason the world that you came from spun away, and you don't have this like memory, of this being like the reason or cause or anything. You do have a memory of these mind flayers being present and like acting as mind flayers in your world, being like very secretive, hidden away creatures that would like steal people away, that would like devour the brains of folks, and like lived in the deep dark recesses of this moon world. So you just kind of like in this moment of psychic blast, you have that memory recalled to you that these mind flayers lived in Lunastera as well.
Bunch of Kaiser Soses.
Click, you can feel, you kind of like have this attunement to this larger history of Kreen from behind you that like behind, I just always imagine them like floating behind you up in this like large cloud, but that they as well
Kreen cloud.
like recognize this, and it's Kreen from like all over. These like Kreen that you don't know. These like these far away echoed voices kind of like nodding at this, that they remember mind flayers just like coming through doorways in a very similar fashion, living in hidden spaces and just appearing, devouring creatures and then leaving, pulling them away into nothingness that could not be followed. Flute, you this all tracks for you a bit as well with the history that you know about this world, is that there's been lots of arguments, especially from the Meridian Tract, that and especially amongst like leadership of different planets, that the mind flayers are not a problem, and the evidence has always been because they don't eat people's brains here anymore. And it's very clear they have been eating people's brains, and they have been taking people like mentally captive. They've just been keeping it hidden away from anyone who's able to point a finger at that. And then Kai, when you see this psychic image, you kind of see this large history zoomed out to you and kind of have it coalesce on this room. You see a sigil, a script, a signature almost on all of the door frames in this room of the Psychropolis that is the signature of Florial. That these doorways were created by Florial, which is what has allowed all of the colony, and this Elder Brain, and this larger threat of mind flayers who, on all eventual timelines, will be able to take over the world. It's what has allowed them to do that. And then you kind of just all back. It's a real DMT hit all of a sudden, and then you're back here, and
oh man,
that's going to bring up
Florial.
I am going to use the rest of my doubled movement speed, and I'm going to get off this decaying brain.
That's now just like this flimsy, fleshy flop that you are standing
she's
on.
like,
Flimsy, fleshy flop.
Flimsy, fleshy flop.
and she's going to, I think she can get to right here.
I'm going to leave it on the board just because it's this huge brain hovering there.
And that's it.
Moon Boy, even though he's stunned, as a free action, goes and pukes after that psychic journey.
Hell yeah. Cool. Click, you have anything else?
Nope.
It is an off-screen Mind Flayer's turn. It is it is a Mind Flayer who is floating under Moon Boy's turn.
Oh boy.
Bad.
You are stunned currently, correct?
Better believe it.
It's not good. How high off the ground are you? Did we talk about this
It's
already?
fine. 30 feet.
It can't reach you as it
Oh, thank God.
and its stun does not recharge either.
So our big plan to drop all the mind flayers by killing the Elder Brain has not worked.
And you figure this out
appears-
as it floats. It looks up at you, realizes it can't get to you, and floats 10 feet over to Talon.
Oh, no.
And I think this is the realization moment too, where like the Elder Brain is down, but the Mind Flayers are not. I need to double check something real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
terrible news.
Well, shit.
Its tentacle, like this Mind Flayer reaches over and it's automatically going to hit with its tentacles. So Talon takes another death saving throw as she takes damage here, and the Mind Flayer floats over and just wraps all of the tentacles fully around Talon's head like a cocoon, and that is the end of its turn. That's going to...
Talon has 2 failed death saves now.
Cool. That is going to bring up another Mind Flayer, I believe.
Also, don't forget we were giving La Luna turn.
That's right. Yep. And
I
Laloon
am not sure where it
was. She's after Oxtrillion, or on the same turn as Oxtrillion.
Okay.
This
She's
Mind
gone in the last round?
she did go, and we talked about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the Mind Flayer that is the elite Mind Flayer that is next to Kai. It is that Mind Flayer's turn here. And its Mind Blast does not recharge, but it is going to attack Kai with its tentacles as it's floating right next to him, and it's just going to lunge out. It would attack with its psionic sword first, which I believe is going to miss. I think a 13 misses.
It does.
Yeah. And so now its tentacles are going to attack. What is your AC?
A lot. Let me tell you.
I rolled
28.
also a lot. Oh, man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm an armor artificer.
The
Did
Mind
you roll a
Flayers,
20?
the Mind Flayers effectively cannot hit you with melee attacks because I got a 19 and I missed. So
Nice.
this Mind Flayer kind of like reaches up toward you, and just all the tentacles just kind of like bounce against your body and like fly into its face like spaghetti in a fan. And that is going to be the end of its turn.
In a fan. Just the worst.
It is going to move.
Why would anyone put it there?
It's going to float on the other side of you, but it's going to stay. It's going to avoid taking an opportunity attack. Jesus. It's going to avoid taking an opportunity attack, and that will bring up Moonboy.
Okay, the Moon Boy summons all his strength and rolls an intelligence saving throw.
Sure does.
Hang on.
Who were you?
Not
You were
feeling
stunned
it.
by the Mind
Moon
Flayer, not the
Boy.
Elder Brain, right? Oh, you
Not
were stunned by
feeling
the
it. I
Elder
was
Brain. Yeah.
stunned by the Elder
The
Brain.
DC is much higher, unfortunately.
Hang on, not feeling it. Not feeling it. Okay. Hang on.
You got this.
Okay, there it is.
And the stun does not drop just because he's dead.
I critted.
Let's go! Let's go!
I crit my pants.
Great.
Put it on a t-shirt. Sell it online. I crit my pants.
It was almost
Holy
an
shit.
8, and it just bloop.
Bloop.
And I also, if anybody's using D&D Beyond, I'm using the the wooden dice, the ones that look like wood. It's really fucking cool when you roll a nat 20.
Yeah,
Cool thing happens.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
Well, I mean, that was a cool thing right there. It did a
Yeah.
cool thing, which is roll a nat
was a
20 in a
cool
very
thing.
dire situation. So, yeah, that is the end of your turn, but you are unstunned. So,
I mean,
Shout
I get
back.
anything for a nat 20, like a bonus action or anything?
nope, sorry. But you are
I'm
unstunned.
gonna go take
which-
a run.
yeah.
Okay.
That is going to bring up a Mind Flayer who is in and around somewhere, I believe. There's so many Mind Flayers on the board. I gotta be certain.
Many mind flayers.
Mind Slayers.
I really enjoyed. I was like rewatching some of last episode, and I really enjoyed the moment where the fourth wall got broken, and one of them realized its name was A, because I've named all these Mind
That
Flayers
was
like
great.
this.
That was really good.
This is an off-screen Mind Flayer who is going to go, and now it's going to bring up Talon's turn. So I
I'm
will
not
say,
even on screen.
Okay.
let's
is-
just to slow down this moment for a tiny second.
yeah.
This is a very big deal. This incredibly pivotal NPC that has been a part of the game for a long time has 2 failures, and their head is wrapped up by Mind Flayer tentacles. So if you get a 10 or above, it is a success, and she's still unconscious. If you get a 20, she's back to consciousness with 1 hit point, and if you get anything under a 10, she is mechanically dead. So
Chat, you saved your sister. You can pick a
Oh
dice.
my god.
We've got gray with pink. This one's basically black, pink, purple. This one's black with gold. Which D20 decides Talon's fate today?
For my money, I'm loving that pink lemonade one. What is that? Ruby
This
red
boy,
grapefruit?
This
Oh, yeah.
is my first set of dice for Better Than Heroes, and it rolled terribly for many years.
Brutal.
But maybe this is the moment. Maybe this is Talon's
see.
dice. We
Let's
got
see
a
what
pink, a
chat
black and
says.
gold, a purple, 2 for pink. All right. We're going to put it as pinky. Here we go. Hang on. I rolled a 5.
And
Pinky.
you, Moonboy, you come back to consciousness, like you come unstunned and like see the room around you, and you see Talon's whole body just go slack. The power go out of her arm as she's laying there limp inside of the tentacles of the Mind Flayer.
Brutal.
That is going to bring up another Mind Flayer, but you, Moonboy, you know she is not just unconscious, but like fully slack, fully dead. It's a limp body inside the mouth of a Mind Flayer. And this another Mind Flayer behind you, Kai, is going to roll to see if it recharges its stun. It does not, and it's going to see it like it has the information share with it from this other Mind Flayer as well. And it's just going to float over here, kind of like surrounding you, but not even paying attention to you as it floats right here and continues on.
What are they paying attention to?
I think it's going to brave an opportunity attack to be able to dash in this room. So if you want to take an opportunity attack against this Mind Flayer, you absolutely can.
Sure.
That will be using your reaction.
Might as well.
Sure.
They come up pretty soon. Okay. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Knock his
Okay.
block off, Kai.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll take 11 points of force damage and 2 points of fire damage.
It's 13 altogether.
Yes.
It is still up, but I will say you just like fry this thing's back half, and you can see like a huge chunk of its large oblong head just like falls off, and it's pouring ichor from its body as it seems to be incredibly wounded and in pain and just flying forward, trying to almost like blindly follow a function here as it floats over to Nyx. That is going to bring up your turn, Kai.
Okay. Okay.
Ugh. All 3 of the Mind Flayers that are in the room are up next.
I am going to... Sorry.
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
I'm going to...
There's
with
no
my
issue with taking your time here. These are critical moments.
Okay, I'm going to move my speed. These guys didn't fight with me in the hallway like I wanted them to. They just ignored me, so I'm gonna just fly past him. He can try to hit me if he wants to.
He does.
Fly over here.
I mean, he can't hit you, so he will expend his reaction to try and hit you, and he's gonna miss.
Okay. I'll fly over here. And as I do, I will take aim and fire at the one who has its tentacles wrapped around Talon's head. I don't know that she's dead, so...
Sure. Go for it.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
17 does hit on this one. Yep. It's not an elite.
Ugh. Terrible. 9 points of force damage and 1 point of fire damage.
Cool. 10 altogether. It takes all of that damage, and it is still up. This is the first time this Mind Flayer has been hit.
I'm going to shoot it again.
Go for it.
I have advantage because of foresight.
Robo Jason,
It
you
was a
call
natural 20, but it was just a sideways 9. On a weird runic dice.
It's like one of these.
Still, the other one's good. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
23 does hit. Can you get this Mind Flayer down?
There we go. That's better. It's going to be a total of 23 points of damage.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right, yeah. It's kind of just like taking these hits from you and like ignoring you because you're like shooting these shots at it as it clearly it's like pitch black, small stone-like eyes are just focused on one thing as the limp body of Talon is like lifted off of the ground as it's holding onto it, and it takes each of these hits and starts just like dripping ichor from its side like a small creek, and but it does not flinch from its skull.
Yeah, I don't think.
Is that the end of your
That's all I
turn?
got.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, that is going to bring up one of the another Mind Flayer here, who is one that is the one that is stunned, I believe. From the,
I would like to say I'm up in its face and I'm like, drop it, drop it.
Absolutely, yeah. As you're just like into this thing, trying to get like a dog to drop something. The one that got fourth walled it's stunned, or it's confused, right? So
yeah, it rolled last turn.
Yeah,
it didn't do anything.
But does the confused effect, does it dissipate now, or is it just like continuingly confused and it has to roll as a result?
Let me look it up for you. Sorry.
Yep. All good.
Pretty sure it's just one turn, but I want to make sure.
It is important because it will be a whole other Mind Flayer who either has to random, because last time it just couldn't do anything. So This could be very, very important.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, these are moments to take our time, because
time,
as much as there is space in between and we should vamp, but it's also incredibly important because this little minutia in these moments that at the end of big fights like this where large resources are down and where there's like baddies spread all over the place.
I can vamp. Would you say I got a vamp for you?
Jordan, you got a vamp?
Damn it.
Okay. Well, next time I'll tag you in next time. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on to it.
It's over. It's at the end of my next turn.
Cool.
It's over.
It's going to see if its stun recharges. It does not, and it's going to move forward 30 feet, and I'm going to see if it decides. It is going to dash so that it can be right here.
Fuck off.
Creep ass.
Yep, it's going to be right here. That's the end of its
Purple.
turn. There's another Mind Flayer that is up now. We're in a big block of Mind Flayers, everybody, and this is
is bad.
mind flare. So hold on, I gotta prepare. Give me a second. And it is now the turn of the mind flayer who has its tentacles wrapped around Talon's head. And
I'm right in its face. Drop it.
yeah, Kai, you are floating right there. Unconscious Nyx is like slumped over on the ground right there. And Moonboy, you are unstunned, but right there as well. And like Flute, you're flying up in the air and you have perfect vantage point on this, but you're no longer stunned. You're unconscious. That's right. Never mind. You don't have to see this horror. And Kai,
It'll be your last meal.
Kai and Moonboy,
I promise you.
You see this mind flayer that has its tentacles wrapped around like a cocoon around Talon's head. Seems to start from the back, from what you can see, and its tentacles just like bore in, and you hear a crack, and it's only able to do that because Talon is unconscious, and it's very clear that its mouth is doing other work on the other side, and it just rips Talon's head open, and you see like the body almost fall to the ground, except there are enough tentacles holding on to like it just like drops down as the head is no more, and two of the tentacles just like chuck the bone of the skull from either side as it just like rips the bones out after it extracts the brain, and you see the metal arm, this mechanical arcane arm that was made for it that Talon cut her own arm off to have, just falls to the ground as it seemingly like disconnects or is ripped off. You're not sure. And the flesh of Talon's body hits the ground on one side and the mechanical arm hits the ground on the other side. And she is very clearly no more.
She's dead again.
Pretty fucking dead.
And that's going to bring up another Mind Flayer's turn. I'm sure we will do more remembrance, more acknowledgement of this death at a different time. So I'm going to keep rolling for
doing the right thing. It's okay to move on. We don't want to. It becomes macabre if we dwell here too long.
Yeah. This is not the time to memorialize, and anyway, it doesn't matter. That's going to bring up another Mind Flayer. I'm going to see if their stun recharges. It does. And it's going to... I don't know if... I think it is going to stay right where it is because it's this Mind Flayer right here. It's going to stay right where it is, and it's going to do the same triangle blast that it did before. And it's going to hit Kai, Nyx, Moonboy, Olophanticulus, and Flute. So Nyx and Olophanticulus both automatically fail a save, which I believe puts Nyx to dead.
They automatically fail?
That kills Nyx.
Yeah.
Why do they fail?
Because they're unconscious.
Olophanticulus is unconscious?
No. Nyx, if you are unconscious, you automatically fail. Okay. Olophanticulus does not automatically fail, but if you are a character that is unconscious, you automatically fail.
Okay.
Here's the cone in case it's helpful to people. And
that got Flute as well, right?
Yep.
What is this intelligence saving throw?
That got Flute as well?
Mm-hmm. The cone is on the board in case you want to look at it.
Yeah, that's Nyx's third failed death saving throw.
It's a 21 from Olophanticulus.
Cool.
28 for the Moon Boy.
Both save. Flute, you have one failed save, right? Cool. So with this this Mind Flayer is like again, it just seems to be moving. Before they were like gliding very effectively and in unison, and this one just seems to just be like jerking and moving randomly, but like blasts this out. And after Kai, you see Talon's body literally get pulled apart, and then right after that, you see Nyx just like spit out some blood and like choke on it and just like fall unconscious on the ground. I mean, yeah, is dead on the ground as well. And you see Flute still flying, still up in the air, floating, but is unconscious and like kind of gurgles as well. Olophanticulus Moonboy, you're fine from this like warble that happens throughout the room of this mind flayer. And they all seem to be just like operating. They were very like coordinated before and just like smooth gliding villains. And now it feels robotic and like jerky, but are still operating. So that's the end of that one's turn. It is an off-screen mind flayer, and now that is this mind flayer. I'm going to see if its stun also recharges. So it's going to
Oh my God.
also cast this same blast, which I believe I can hit Kai, Olophanticulus, and Flute with it. I'm going to move the blast as well to see if I can, to just double check here. Ooh, I think it needs to choose. Yeah, it's not going to hit Flute because it's going to not choose double tapping on Flute because it wants the chance to stun the beings that are still conscious. So Moonboy, Olophanticulus, and Kai, I need all three of you to roll intelligence saving throws. DC's 18.
Olophanticulus is not in that code.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wait. He's in a different place.
Probably could be.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. On one of my maps, he's in a different place because you moved him, and one of my maps glitched, but he's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Got it.
I don't think so. I think even if I try real hard, I have. He would rather.
Kai saved.
Cool.
25 for the Moon Boy.
Cool. Only other is nope. That's it. Those are the two. Cool. That is its blast was ineffective there, and that is going to bring up. What I'm gonna roll for all three of these mind flayers. Success. Okay.
They all recharged?
No. All three of them did not. Were not affected by the stun from their
I see.
from the fire.
Jesus.
Yeah. Cool. That is going to bring up Auxtrillion, who is conscious and who is not stunned.
Do it, Auxtrillion. Do it.
He's going to cast Fireball on top of Kai, and
Lord.
so that because it hits all three of those mind flayers, and he's like, burn! And so I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well as all the others.
Oh shit, I don't think I have advantage on that.
Wouldn't you because of foresight?
No, it's just all it is. It's all saving throws.
No.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw for Kai is 24.
Cool, yeah, you save. You only take half of this damage. So you take 12 points of damage. I gotta roll some dex saves for these mind flayers. That's 2 failures and 1 success. And even with that, oh, hold on. Sorry. Everything's fucked up. All of these mind flayers that are around you are toasted. So you just see like you see Kai behind you, this large flaming chaotic creature just like throw this fireball on top of the mind flare that just ate the brains of Talon, and on top of Nyx, who is like Nyx's dead body, and that you were just like standing next to, and you see 3 of these like floating, glitching mind flayers next to you, and he throws it down. Moonboy, did you roll a dexterity saving throw too?
Oh no, was I supposed to?
Yes, you are. I might not have said it. I apologize.
Oh boy, this is a mad. Fuck. I got an 18.
You save, and so you only take 12 points of damage. But the fire continues. So if you end your turn inside of it, you will take damage. But you just see that like he's like laughing behind you. It's like as all 3 of these mind flayers surrounding the bodies of Talon and Nyx just like melt in front of you.
Flute's unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and has a failed save, I believe.
Yep.
That is another off-screen mind flayer's turn, and is now going to bring up Olafenticulus.
I think we might have skipped Laloon just there.
Oop, you're right. It is Australian's turn. Australian's turn is Laloon's turn. So yes, you are correct. Do you have anything you want to do with her?
Yeah, she's gonna teleport in.
Boom. Where do you want to be on the map?
Whoa, holy shit.
I mean, back here, away from all the shit. Actually, no, let's put her down here by Click.
Sure.
Now, my question to you is, would Laloon have had anything in her demiplane that could help her, be it something that could give her any kind of advantage, something that could give her the effects of a short or long rest, something that could give her an escape route for the squad?
Well, last time we talked about this, you specifically
Yes.
chose to not roll the rough one on. You spent your turn finding the potion that would get you back here, and so I think I skipped another turn besides that. So I will say you can roll a D100, and I'll kind of like sliding scale that. But if you get anything below 70, you're just kind of out. Like the answer is no. But from 70 above, I can improvise a little bit to give you something. So
Come on, you asshole!
Give us some snacks.
She rolled a 7. The exact
Oh,
opposite
God.
of 70.
no, she's been
Falls down,
moving
hurts her hip.
fast
Bitch!
and loose, baby. She's been moving fast and loose. And so she is trying to take care of all the beings that she pulled with her. She's scrambling through the chest just to find her the magical Adderall that let her focus on the moment that got her back here. And she is me between the hours of 5 p.m. and dark when you're like trying to run an errand outside, where she's just like scrambling and just got there and finally was like, I did the dishes, and then she is back here. And so no effects to her hit points, her spell slots, but she is at least back.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Do you have anything cool to say?
She
or-
scares the piss
Yeah.
out of Click, by the way.
She
Decapitates her.
Click's like, ah!
Oh, you did it! And she yells with a booming voice. She goes, quickly, everyone, to me!
Okay.
Cool. That is going to bring up.
Not you, mind flayers! Don't listen to this, mind flayers!
Wait, did Oli go? I think it's Oli's
No,
turn. Okay,
not yet.
No, it is
okay,
his
then
turn
It's Oli's
now.
turn. Yeah.
Okay. Oliphanticulus is going to cast. He's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Flute.
Sure. Love it.
Yeah.
Double tap. But for the good.
Thanks again.
Level.
Double pat on the back.
Double pat on the back.
3rd level. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. You get 15 hit points.
Oof. All right.
Oh wait, plus his spellcasting modifier. You get 22 hit points.
Huge.
Nope, that's wrong. You get 20 hit points.
Huge.
And Laloon is going to remind him, "Get over here, you dusty old dickhead!"
And then he's going to fly. He's got long strider, so you can get right next to her. What's up? Hot stuff?
Nothing. How about yourself, hot lips? And they
Someone
make
say
out.
get over here.
It's weird.
I like how you all are shipping them. This is great. Kai, can you roll a perception check?
Yeah. $12.
There's a mind witness coming down the hallway that you came from.
Fuck.
Oh God.
It's
Mind
just like-
witness.
Sweet,
it's
sweet.
cresting the elbow. Flute. It's now your
Cresting the
turn.
elbow.
It's Flute's turn.
Oh my God.
Ploof.
You get to go twice.
I get a turn? There's a turn and
one
I do
episode.
something? Oh my God. I knock over my computer.
Yeah, you're still flying as the tentacle has unlaced itself around you. So, it's this dead mind.
Yeah,
flayer
Flute
corpse is
missed
just
the
floating.
horror of Talon and Nyx dying, but now he sees their bodies. Talon's
Yeah.
ruined corpse and Nyx's ragdoll form. Are there any? Forgive me this on this map. Are there any mind flayers left in this room?
Hundreds
Oh, yeah.
of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's
Sorry.
two.
One, two,
Three of
one
them
in the
did get
hallway.
melted. There's one about to step into this room as well, the elite mind flayer. But there are two
Yeah, there's
still
one.
on the map as well.
Here,
These two
here.
that are
Those are ones that came from the western door, so they seem to be pretty unscathed.
Right. Okay. And then there's one hanging out by the door and a mind witness down the hallway.
Yeah, mind witness is coming through the northwest hallway. Correct. Yeah.
Got it.
Do I know do I know
Got
if a
this.
mind witness is like faster than a mind flayer, or is it like the same speed? Is it something I would just know?
You absolutely do not know.
Okay. Fair. Okay. I'm going to sorry.
No, it's okay. Again, we are in tense times. These are times that chat, if you've been watching our game this long, you should know that there are very few live play games that make it this long and that get this high level and get this nitty gritty. So it just makes sense for people to need to take a second, and it's not the most fast and loose entertainment you'll ever receive in your life, but they are very critical moments, as you have seen. So yeah.
And I do
give
often
Andrew a
make fast and loose
goddamn
decisions, but in this case, I'm not going to.
Thank God.
I'm going to. Flute's going to look at these two mind flayers that are still in the room, and extend his hand towards him as this swirling pattern of greenish lights swirls around them. And I will cast Hypnotic Pattern on both of them, and
Yes.
they have to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Holy shit! The
Take 'em off
hypnotic
the
pattern.
Let's see
Get
it.
him out of
What's
here.
the spell save DC?
It's an 18.
Oh boy, it's close. I got to check their modifiers. They both succeed.
Moon boy?
Come on.
They both succeeded?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing I can do.
Then I will fly
Okay.
over to Laloon.
Yeah, as you see them, like this music is created and this like beautiful pattern is created, and you see both of them just like glitch, unfocused, unbothered, uninterested, are still
Moisturized
like
in their
have
lane.
their eyes focused on you. I think they look right back at you.
Bummer.
Yeah, I'm going to fly over toward. Let me just get there here.
That would have been gigantic.
And then that's all I can do. I guess that's
Cool.
as close as I can get.
I got it.
You can fly
That's
over.
my turn. I can't give anybody. I'm all out of bardic inspiration.
All right, Click, it's your turn.
Yeah. She is going to see this big mind flayer entering the room and is going to use her bonus action to move the hunter's mark to him.
To the elite mind
We are
flayer.
going to
on
long range hit this guy with a Chachkcha.
Love it.
You're
She
going for
zeroes
this
in on
guy
him from
up a very top?
110 feet away.
This guy up at the very top, who's the elite
Yeah,
mind
that
flayer, is
one,
still
yep.
in the room. Okay, cool. Yeah, just wanted to.
Yep. And she eagle eyes him, and it's 24 to hit.
I cast Eagleization.
24 does hit.
She rolls 9 more than that. Hang on. Thanks, Jason. 17 slashing.
Cool. Still up, but like as this Chachka just buzz saws into its chest as it starts to float through the room, and the first thing it's greeted by is this Chachka just like slamming into it, going past the animated sword that is floating next to it, and just like gets underneath its armor and just starts chipping away at its fleshy sploosh and you just see this sploosh of ink come out from it.
Well, we will hit that bastard again for 21. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Double tap.
21 does hit.
You.
Plus 8. You can do it. 15 slashing on the second hit.
All right, it's this Chachka flies, like you recall it, you throw it back, just kind of like curving it into this hallway from this huge long range shot, and you see a couple of tentacles just like flop on the ground at the entrance of this hallway as like Ichor just spews out of them, and it is still up, but is clearly very wounded.
One more time. Come on.
Get him.
22 to hit.
22 does hit.
16 damage on the dice.
All right, that is going to down this mind flayer as you see it. As you see this Chachka just like it steps into the room, and this Chachka just like slices its head off as it like clearly a bunch of its tentacles has already been mangled as you've hit its throat before, and it comes in warbling, just like wobbling, even though it's floating off the edge of the ground. And this second Chachka hit just like cuts it enough where it's the weight of the metal helmet it's wearing just rips its full head off, and the body falls on the ground. And with that, the animated sword seems to fall to the ground as well as this mind flayer is off the board.
Okay.
Amazing.
I guess she will spread out a little bit, at least make it tricky to hit all of us, and
Moon Girl did just call you to come to her. I
And
will
when you
say,
do that, she says, "No, stay close. We've got one shot at this."
all right. That's it.
cool.
One fewer.
Off-screen mind flayer, which is going to bring up Moon Boy.
Okay, Moon Boy is going to fly. Let's see. Kai, are you able to get to Liloon in one turn?
I think so, yes.
I mean, Flute, you need another turn at least, huh?
What's the range on the teleportation? I forget. I have the spell, but I don't have it in front of me. Let's see.
I mean, if she had teleportation, it wouldn't be a problem. But what she's going to attempt is touch.
So you need to be
I have
within
to make
5
it on my
feet of
next turn. I don't have any way. Unless somebody, like, flies over and
Okay.
drags me, but
Might be
Okay.
able to.
I don't have...
Really?
I might be able to move him, yeah.
Click might have been able to.
interesting.
I
Interesting.
I could, yeah, I could do something. Yeah, it would take me another turn because I used all. Like I have attacked. I can reach him and move him, but
I can get him.
it's too late.
Okay.
Okay.
Kai says he can get him. Okay. In that case, Moon Boy is going to. Let me just check something here.
You can abandon Australian here.
I mean, look,
He will burn this place down.
he certainly will, won't he?
Flute, are you gonna be okay?
Okay, Moon Boy is able to. Bink. Oh no, he has 80. What is it? So he gets plus 10 from Longstrider, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Let me read the specs. And then what do his shoelaces do? Can you tell me again?
We'll give him another 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
He's got 20 additional movement.
Right, but is that per movement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, fuck. So
your movement speed.
35, 45 he can move. Yeah, my movement speed is 45. That's faster than Moon Boy's ever traveled. In that case, he's going to line right up against.
Well, give us some flavor on the zippy moment here.
Yeah, it's almost like he turns into pure light. And in 2 moonbeams, he's there behind her.
Cool.
And he's like, in his weird moon form voice, is like, do what thou wilt, O priestess Liloon. And as a bonus action, he's going to blast this guy with a comet. So that will be a spell attack. Come on, you creep. 27 to hit.
27 does hit.
Okay, and that is going to be 2d8 plus 5. Let's see some damage here, huh? Come on. Ooh, pretty good. That's 19 damage to this little creep right here.
All right, cool. Yeah, this starry form just like burns into, it like hits
Tags him in the head.
Yeah, it hits this mind flayer's forehead, who's like
a little meteor,
like staying trained on you, and it hits him in his head, and it just burns into it. His black beady eyes are just like do not flinch, and they're staring right back at you.
At me or Flute?
At you now.
Oh well, I'm gonna use a free action to flip him the bird.
That is going to be the end of your turn. It is another Mind Flayer who dashed forward through the hallway, who's coming down it. It is Talon's turn. That nothing happens. And it is now Kai's turn.
Yeah, I mean, Talon's dead.
Yeah, her body, in fact, is not mechanically a body anymore.
I will, speaking of mechanically a body, I will pick up her arm. Her mechanical arm, and sort of look down the hallway through the flames. And then I will fly 60 feet towards Click.
Towards flute, you mean?
Towards flute. And I will cast Vortex Warp.
Whoa!
And I will send flute teleporting over to Laloon. And simultaneously, I will also, with my bonus action, use the nano displacement projector to also teleport myself and appear holding flute in my arms.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing.
It doesn't take any damage for Vortex Warp? I thought there was some damage involved, but maybe I'm wrong. This is a Matt Mercer spell.
No, that's Thunderstep.
Yep. Oh yeah, it just pulls the target. You're right.
Yeah, it just
incredible,
moves them.
Incredible use of that spell, Aaron Urist.
Can I actually put Moon Boy like right here?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Great. That is going. Anything else that you would like to do with your turn? Give us that a little bit more flavor of that moment.
Yeah, I fly over, holding Talon's arm, and as I do, I see Flute sort of, struggling in the reversed gravity / flying.
God.
And I will just sort of...
I can see what's about to happen.
It's so bad.
Yeah. It is
Keep going,
bad.
keep
We're
going,
about to
keep
all get
going.
stunned. I will... Oh, and I want to be switched with Flute also, for sure. I see Flute, and I will just sort of flick my wrist and teleport him, and like I said, also teleport myself, and we both reappear in this little cloud of mist and nanites.
Incredible. Well, cool. That's the end of Kai's turn.
And I will be facing towards these mind flares that are over here.
Great. This Mind Flayer stun does not recharge, but it does dash over to you as you see a Mind Flayer just zooming toward you with like glitching, not functioning, trying to get up the ability to stun you, but like you can just see the psionic stun not working as it floats toward you. Then you see the other Mind Flayer also just kind of like sporadically jerk as it's flying towards you as well, and its stun does also not recharge. So it's going to cast the dash action and get right next to you as well. Huge. I'm rolling for these every time. It's Dice Tell a Story, baby. That's going to bring up Nyx's turn, who is dead. She's not going to do anything. It's going to bring up Australian, who is going to Misty Step his way.
Yes.
Get over here, you
Come here, you big lug.
ball.
As he appears and he says, "We have done the burning," and that's going to bring up Laloon's turn.
Laloon looks at the others and she's like, join hands! Join hands! And they all kind of grab hands, and she looks over at Nyx and Talon where they lay smoldering in this ring of fire, and just briefly hopes that it's enough to give them a cremation that they deserve. And she casts Plane Shift.
8-wheeling creatures, right?
Yep.
That's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
And Harlan, I am going to message you where she's sending everyone.
I can't wait. I knew you had it. I can't wait.
I've got it.
Oh, I'm very excited about that.
Shit nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Australian reaches out to grab a Mind Flayer's hand, and you're like, no!
Friend, to burn for later.
Calamari.
I'm an asshole. Australian.
Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Too much, I say. Too much.
I don't even know if that did anything. That's the crazy thing, is we're
Right,
like,
did
we
it
killed
even-
it.
did it
I
work?
don't know.
We like killed the manager of a Burger King.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I can tell you for sure
Seems
it
like
did
it-
something.
Yeah.
It did something. So, a fun reminder. I will share with everything as we do Later Than Heroes, which is for our Patreon members. We talk about the session after the session. This is kind of seems like a fun one to talk about afterwards. So, if you are really enjoying this show, even if you're watching this years and years later, our Patreon's probably still there, and you can probably still listen to the episodes. So, in your
Come
own
to my
time,
nursing
it's
home
us-
and give me $30.
it's us talking about the show after the show.
Tell me what I should have done. Tell me the better play.
No, you did it. You did those last few just turns, everything happened the way it needed to happen. I saw it after the fact that I could have put, I mean, this is for Later Than Heroes, but I could have put Laloon further away so everybody had to move further, but then they might not have made it to her. And I was
Yeah, it was
counting
clutch,
on
That was
those.
a clutch move. Yeah.
It was
I was
clutch,
counting
a lot
on
of
those
clutch
things. I was
stuff.
counting on those stuns not to recharge, and I can't believe that it shook out.
I can't believe they didn't recharge. That was
amazing.
so huge.
After
Huge.
I saw it, I was like, okay, well, maybe Laloon can at least save the stun,
And
and
then
then
get
she can
everybody out of
still
there.
get everyone out.
Yeah.
I will say,
She might have been able to, too.
if you don't want to just listen to us talk about this and you want to hang out with other people and talk about what happened on this episode, any of the episodes, et cetera, please join our Discord. I know that there are a lot of
Please.
people who would be hyped if you wanted to get this conversation rolling about what's going on in our game right now. So
Oops, join.
that's it. That's what we have for tonight. Let's get out of here. We're gonna do Later Than Heroes after this, and then we're all just gonna, I don't know what, stay up till 3 a.m. just worrying, probably. But either way, we'll see you next week. We have a game next week to figure out what happens next year, to figure out where Moon Girl took everyone. So
I
see you
love it.
soon.
Oh my gosh, what a ride.
Bye-bye.
What a ride. Oof.
Just
Alligator, moon boy, click the crusher, kite, Humblia chef, and the wind rider, flute, whim teaser. They're better than heroes.